but the days when we learned recently that the Employment Security Commission is the largest employer in Burke County cannot continue if we hope for a way of life to survive as what we know Morganton and Burke County to be. That is why all of us on the City Council insisted on setting aside $250,000 for economic development incentives. That is why we insisted on applying for numerous grants. So far this year, we have been awarded nearly $750,000 in grants for public safety, energy, and water projects. But we can't do it all locally. We must have assistance from the state of North Carolina. And to be frank with you, I believe the response from state government to our local plight has been anemic at best. There is some hope. I spoke last week with the newly appointed Commerce Secretary Keith Crisco and asked for his personal assistance in getting the state to provide some economic development assistance to Morganton and Burke County. I've invited the Secretary to come to Morganton to meet with us on this issue, and I am pleased to tell you that he's agreed to come, and we're setting up the date as we speak. But the other departments of state government must get the message also. We've learned of tragic news over the past month that there's another effort underway to downsize and possibly eliminate the North Carolina School for the Deaf in Morganton. So even though we fought that battle very hard last year during North Carolina budgetary time, we must again marshal all the forces at our disposal to derail this renewed attempt to close NCSD. Very soon I'll be asking for a lot of people's support in this community to contact state government and the Secretary of Health and Human Services. Before I close, I want to tell you about some of our city's accomplishments since the last State of the City message. In spite of challenging economic times, our Design and Development Department issued 244 building permits totaling over $20 million. During 2009, we completed Phase 3 and began Phase 4 of the Catawba Meadows Park. Our City Council approved the rezoning of the old Henry Don Furniture Plant and for a Walmart shopping center that'll be over 476,000 square feet. The developers are working on their finances. They're working on with DOT, and if the good Lord willing, we need the jobs, we need the tax base. I hope to be able to see them turn the first lock in the early part of 2012. Last year we saw 5 downtown property owners engage in major building renovations, and 9 new businesses have opened in our central business district. Even though times and dollars were tight, our historic Morganton Festival, the City of Morganton Municipal Auditorium saw bigger audiences than ever before and more community participation in these events. In fact, ticket sales and attendance for Comma's main stage programs have reached all-time highs. Our annual Red, White, and Bluegrass Festival was held at Catawba Meadows Park for the very first time this past year, and drew more people than ever before. Visitors actually came from all over this great country to see the best of bluegrass music. Our Public Works Department resurfaced 1.7 miles of city streets, as well as paving the biggest majority of the King Street parking lot near Mathis Park. Our electric department improved its outage response time, and we have one of the lowest, for those people that live in the City of Morganton and are not on Duke Power, but on City of Morganton Electric. We have probably one of the best outage times, which, what is it? What percentage are we on? 90? Less than 1%. Yeah, we're less than 1% outage in the City of Morganton. Our MIS department is just about to complete the GIS mapping project that started in 2004. And in the next few weeks, Compass Cable will launch telephone service, and we'll be bundling discounts to our citizens for cable television, internet, and telephone. Finally, before I open the floor up to Rob Gage, I want to address one other item. And I don't see any media here. Any media? You know, I have to be careful what I say sometimes. There'll be blogs in the paper tomorrow sometime or other. But I must tell you that a pet peeve of mine, because I grew up in this community. I was born here. I love Morganton. I love Burke County. you have probably been on the blogs of the newspaper. Now, every newspaper in the country is doing it. I will tell you, yes, I looked at it once in a while when someone can turn the computer on for me, but I stopped. When I write something for the newspaper, ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you I sign my name to it. My phone number is in the telephone directory. And anyone that wants to call on this mayor or any members of our city council, all they've got to do is call. All they've got to do is call City Hall and get our phone numbers. But when people are too spineless to sign their name to an opinion, it isn't worth wasting your time or my time. For those with serious concerns, questions, and suggestions, you'll find us. You can find me. I'll be happy to help you. People call me all the way up into 9 and 10 o'clock at night. I prefer the 9 o'clock notch. But I must tell you that I'm proud of what we've done in this community. And I believe Morganton's best days are ahead of us if we all work together.